Before we look into the issues of resilience and regime change, which I mentioned in the previous video, let's look at some of the public reactions to the strategy from an NGO and from a freedom perspective. Let it pass the screen one after the other without too much comments from my side. I will stay somewhat silent to give you a chance to read some of it. May give you a first indication of the issues that may come up later in the debate. And against that background, it may become easy for you and also for me to reflect on what the strategy says and what it does not say. So in the next video, I will briefly go through the strategy with screenshots from some of the key passages of relevance to freedom, including resilience and regime change, as I mentioned. So let's make the simple test. Going into Twitter, putting in the search term European Union Global Strategy Freedom. See what comes out. Well, happy to see that what I said myself, pointing to my page on freedom, comes up first. This is what I was commenting on already in June 2015 on the precursor document to the European Union Global Strategy. It was called the Strategic Review. It was put forward to the heads of state and government in that month, and it resulted in the mandate to the High Representative to produce the global strategy 1 year later. Here is a second example pointing to the balance between digital freedom and security. Again, here is a third one talking about the Schengen area and the freedom of movement. There is a reference to the need for mainstreaming, need to address the root causes from a development perspective, putting human security first, the deteriorating space of civil society, the need for financial support to non-profit organizations from the EU, bringing attention to gender, democracy and human rights. And then there is a paper from European think tanks on this, which I appreciate very much. It stresses how difficult it will be to get attention to the human rights and democracy agenda in the current situation. Points to some solutions. You can note this ending slide on balancing short-term stability with human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. Well, this was of course only a series of snapshots. So now it's time to go back and look at the strategy itself from the perspectives that I mentioned before: resilience and regime change, but also look at the overall picture of references to freedom in the European Union Global Strategy.